Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, and it seems that, of course, the replay settings have once again been messed up with the new update. So let me go ahead and fix that real quick while I go through the introduction. So, welcome to your weekly live reaction replay. I am watching this with you guys for the first time, so you guys are going to get my genuine live reactions to, well, whatever the heck happens in this replay. So, our driver today is one Willythekid. He is, well, a longtime viewer of the channel. Me and him have been knowing each other for quite some time. He's sent in a couple of replays before. If you guys remember back when I used to do those replay compilation meme videos, he was in a couple of those. So it's been some time since he's been on the channel, but he is, like I said, back again this day, driving the Tier 9 Japanese premium destroyer, the Minegumo. You see, Willy is a bit of a destroyer main, so it makes sense that he's, well, driving a destroyer this time. So anyway, the Minegumo is a pretty interesting destroyer. She is, I believe, one of the first non-super, I believe the only non-super destroyer that can swap back and forth between different torpedo types, as you see in the toolbar down below. So that should make for some interesting gameplay here. He's smoking in his lazo into the sea cap at the moment. And I'm sorry if I'm adjusting my volume a lot. It is, again, the replay, I don't know why they changed it to where the replay feature could save its settings between updates, but now it can't for whatever reason. So the audio or the visuals seem a little bit off. That's probably what's going on. But anyway, he's sung on over into the sea cap here. We know there's an Awami spotted up north around A7. Doesn't look like anything else is too close, at least for the time being. I'm trying to see where the so the Yorktown has puttered on down south to the A cap. So it doesn't look like Willy's going to be getting too much air support up here. Ah, there's a Kitakaze that's been spotted. That's not exactly something you want to see driving another destroyer because, well, the Kitakaze can and will absolutely just obliterate you. It's one of the best gunboat destroyers in the game. Although I did just need a couple of HE shells there from, I believe, the friendly Lazo, who's not in the best of situations at the moment, finding himself staring down the gun barrels of not only a Kitakaze, but an Awami. And I don't think that Lazo is going to be with us for too much longer because he also ate an airstrike from the Eindrak, which is right behind the island at B7. Yeah, that Lazo is going to go down here in a few seconds. Looks like he's going to be the first blood of this match. Sure enough, the Kitakaze does secure the Lazo as his first kill of the match. So, that's not ideal. Now, Willy is in this cap. He was capping it, but now it's contested. Or it's been contested. I thought it was the Kitakaze earlier, but now looking at the minimap, it appears that the Kitakaze is indeed not in the sea cap. So that means Willy's got some company here. Now, it looks like the Minegumo has an excellent concealment of 5.4 kilometers, so there's another DD on the edge of the northern side of the cap, also just trying to skirt out of, well, Willy's detection range. Or trying to make sure Willy stays out of his detection range, if you manage to follow me through that little tongue tie-inness there. The Eindrak has decided he's going to go ahead and push in, which is another very odd decision considering that, well, he knows there's another destroyer around here somewhere, and the friendly Alabama and Baji are also, well, right there. That's an interesting decision from the Eindrak. But, I mean, I guess, you know, he does have hydroacoustic search, so he's thinking he can go in and push the enemy destroyer out, which he has managed to do. Willy did leave the cap. Looks like that Awami might be eating a couple of Willy's torpedoes here, or at least it's going to be a close miss. Oop, yeah, he is going to need one right there for a nice 12,000 strike. Alright, so the enemy team has managed to secure the C cap. B cap's also being turned red. A cap, a little bit better of a situation there. The friendly team has at least partially captured it at the moment. Looks like the Duke of York is kind of just feeling there and facing off against the Carl the 14th. While the kid, I don't know what the friendly Kitakaze is doing down there. He did get a kill though, so I will give him the benefit of the doubt. Alright, another two racks of torpedoes out on the Awami. You also have another friendly Minegumo. Look, two Minegumos are around here. So that Awami's going to be playing dodge the torpedo for a few minutes. Enemy Rune takes out the friendly Brindisi, so that's another ship down for the friendly side. Oh, well, there goes the Duke of York, courtesy of the Carl the 14th. Yep, that Awami, I think he's gonna eat, looks like probably 3 of Willy's torpedoes there. It's always interesting watching torpedo gameplay because I'm so terrible in torpedo destroyers. So seeing how these guys operate is very intriguing to me, seeing how they try to guesstimate the direction that the ships are going to turn in. Alright, gets another 2 torpedoes there for, what was that, 25,000 damage, and secures the kill on the Awami from the flooding. Alright, very good. So things still aren't looking up for the friendly side. They are down by 300-ish points. Oh, look, the score is still busted. So flip the green score with the red score. That's the actual score of the match, as you can see right there. For some reason, they're flipped. So the red team score that you're seeing right now is actually the friendly team score. You can tell because it's not going up because the friendly side doesn't have any caps, but the green team score, for some reason, is going up despite the red team having 2 caps. So again, the numbers are switched. So just keep that in mind as we go through this replay. Alright, so it looks like Willy's going to go and head on over to the B cap. Yeah, there's a Minegumo and an Eindracht. Kitakazi again is about to come around this corner, though. It looks like Willy might be anticipating that here and have some torpedoes ready for him, which would be pretty funny. And looks like that very well might be what's going to happen here. Although the Groningen can outgun the Kitakazi. And, you know, the Groningen with Willy's Minegumo might just be able to murder a Kitakazi here, along with the Alabama if he does help out. So let's see what happens here. You can see RPF is pointing right at where that Kitakazi should be. And Willy's getting his torpedoes ready. Come around the corner. Ooh, it just swamped. So did the Minegumo just get closer? Or, no, it's gotta have swapped to the Minegumo. Yeah, look, because the Kitakazi did flip around. No, it's still pointing to the Kitakazi. Okay, that was weird. Eindracht just took a big chunk from the Baji. Kitakazi looks like he's trying to get in a position to get his guns on the Baji, although he hasn't fired just yet. Oh, no, he is firing. This is why he is detected. So let's see what Willy's going to do here. Looks like he's trying to decide what to do. He can go after the Kitakazi. Taking that out would be a huge help to the friendly team, but there's also a Massachusetts, a Scharnhorst, and a Neustri all right in front of them. Many targets for his torpedoes to find. So it's looking like that might be what he's going with here. Plus, these are lower tier ships, right? So they're more murderable from his torpedoes. Unfortunately, the Kitakazi does take out the friendly Baji, but the Baji did take out the Eindracht on the way out. So you traded a tier 9 battleship for a tier 7 cruiser, but a kill is indeed a kill. Gets 2 sets of racks out on the Massachusetts. That should be a dead mass there. Does have good torpedo protection, but oh no, he's going to go down to the guns before Willy's torps do get there. He is contemplating opening up on... Oh, no, he does get the kill on the mast for his second kill of the game. Opens up on the Neustri Shipme there. Very interesting decision. Swapping over to his second type of torpedoes. Neustri Shipme not opening up on Willy. Now, I know Willy did just go into the smoke there, but I'm surprised he didn't open up on him beforehand. He is having to deal with the Scharnhorst and the... the Alabama. The Alabama was using secondaries lobbed in at him, but not anymore. Okay, so Neustri Shipme is pushing the smoke where Willy is hiding. Now he's undetected. Alright, Willy's torpedoes are 15 seconds away from coming back. And let's see if this Neustri's going to get some torpedoes in the face. Now, Neustri does have a super heal, but obviously if you do manage to depth strike him, that is it. Friendly team is down over just a little under 400 points at this moment. There's the Neustri. Like 1 set out, 2 set out. Now he has to play dodge him with the Kitakazi torpedoes, which he does by a few pixels there. Gets his guns back on the Neustri, has forced him to turn broadside into him, and he still manages to get a torpedo hit on the Neustri for a devastating strike and his 3rd kill of the match. Very good. Alright, so that helps out a bit, taking out another enemy DD. Oh man, look at the ships remaining. This is very odd. The destroyers on the friendly side have managed to survive to, well, the midpoint of the match, where, as I'm sure most of you are aware, it seems that your destroyers kind of just die in the first 5 minutes in most cases. So this is a reverse situation here. So you've got a Minegumo, second Minegumo out there, who I think is about to get murdered by a Kitakazi, and a Kitakazi down in the A cap. That's what we got left on the friendly team. Oh, and the Alabama chilling in the middle of the map. Yep. There goes the Minegumo taken out by the Kitakazi. Okay, so now what needs to happen? Oh, hey, look at that. Minegumo did manage to trade the Kitakazi. That's a good trade. Trading a tier 9 for a tier 9 that's ideally what you want to do, is trade a same tier ship for a same tier ship. Alright, so there goes the Yorktown. So now the friendly side is down a CV. They have an Alabama left. and a Kitakaze and a Minegumo against a, what's left up there? A Yugamo, I believe is the Eindrak still? No, the Eindrak's dead. The Rune, the Car of the 14th, and the enemy CV, which is a Polbetta. That's quite a good CV. Alright, so what needs to happen is that, well, Willy needs to go get this B cap, and he has to kill the Yugamo. Now, the Yugamo is a torpedo boat, like the Minegumo, so a bit more of an even fetch there when it comes to the guns, right? So that could happen. And the Yugamo's probably pretty damaged. Willy has managed to escape so far fairly unscathed with 13,912 of his 15,100 HP remaining. So, oh, nope, never mind, the Yugamo's at full health. Although, fate might be about to intervene here. Oh, is the Yugamo going to fall for the old... Oh my god, he is. Oh, no! Oh, I thought he might get him. Alright, he's loading up his second type of torpedoes, which is... What are these? Faster. So these go 6.5 kilometers. They go 85 knots, though. Yeah, okay, so they're faster and lighter and heavier. Slightly heavier hitting. Okay. I see, but shorter ranged. Alright, cool. So I can see why he's wanting to swap between these longer range torpedoes and the shorter range torpedoes. Shorter range torpedoes go faster, and when you're trying to hit a very fast, nimble target like a DD, you obviously want the faster torpedo because it's easier to get those torpedoes to hit what it is you want them to hit. Kitakaze's opening up on the Polbetta, who was briefly spotted there for a moment. Oh, he's spotted again. I guess the Kitakaze is just ever so much on the edge of that Polbetta's range. Now keep in mind, the enemy team, they have still an over 400 point lead at this point. All they have to do is live. And all they have to deal with is a Kitakaze, a Minegumo, and an Alabama. They still have a CV up. Alright, Willy dumps another round of torpedoes out toward the Yugamo. Opens up on the Yugamo. What is that dispersion there? Were you locked? I don't think he was locked on. So, alright, so he misses some of that. Misses all of that, in fact. Pops his smoke screen up. Now, if we were wondering what Willy's doing here, he's trying to bait the Yugamo to turn to get all of his guns on target, which means, he's going to turn broadside into the torpedoes. It's an old trick that destroyers will try to do if they need you to turn into their torps. So anytime a destroyer is shooting at you, please continue to do exactly what it is you're doing, because that'll happen right there. So there you go. So Willy takes out the Yugamo with his guns and a torpedo. Alright, so very good. That is Willy's 4th kill of the match. And they're still down by 400 and something points. Oh, lordy. Lordy indeed. So they have some work to do. I have a Carl the 14th and a Rune. So again, still at this point, all the enemy team has to do is live. Now, neither the Kitakaze, and well, let me see how fast the Minegumo goes here, but I don't think it's that fast. It's not like a French GD. They're not that fast. So the Carl the 14th can run to the edge of the earth, essentially, and it'll be fine. Same with the Rune. Now, granted, you don't want to leave 2 destroyers out here to just run around and cap caps, because you still have 6 minutes on the clock, but you have a CV that can keep eyes on these DDs and, well, murder them quite well. The Polbetta's quite good at that because she gets the good old normal dive bombers instead of the skip bomber. Well, the skip bomber is actually quite good at dealing with destroyers as well. And she gets torpedoes on top of that, so she's more than capable enough of resetting destroyers as they're trying to cap. Now the Car of the 14th is selling down to the B cap. Wonder where the Rune's at. If they were clever, they would push together because, they have twice the Hydro and such and twice the torpedo spotting. No, the Rune is not. Again, the enemy team is approaching 800 points while the friendly team has a mere 327 points at this moment. Carl the 14th dodges those torpedoes. He does have, again, hydroacoustic search, so he probably had that running. But he's still pushing right into a Kitakaze, which is a very odd decision, I must say, from one battleship main to another. It's like he's realized the error of his ways, and he's attempting to turn around now, and Willy sets a fire on this Carl because the Rune's not nearby, so the only thing that can shoot him is a Carl. Now, granted, the Carl does have 12 guns and good secondaries on top of that. Looks like this Carl is not built for secondaries because, well, they're not firing. They're well within secondary range. There goes the front turret. And who gets that kill? The Kitakaze gets the kill that time. Now that round of HE did knock out Willy's engine and one of his turrets, but he repairs it. So yet again, even though they've managed to kill yet another ship and have turned this, 3v5 into a 3v2, they are still losing by 400 points. So they have 5 minutes left. Looks like the Kitakaze is going up to the C cap as they are discussing in cap. Although it looks like the Kitakaze is pretty sure that the enemy team has won. But Willy's not ready to give up now, is he? There's the Pobetta. He's keeping his AA off. That's very clever, because when your AA guns fire, they get you spotted. And many a time, your AA gun range is longer than your detection range when you're playing these stealthy destroyers. So by keeping his AA guns off, he keeps himself hidden from the CV until the CV essentially flies right over him. Alright, but he's got 4 minutes. 4 minutes to make something happen. So they either have to get the C cap and the A cap, which they can, but I don't know if they're going to have enough time for those points to tick over to make up for this 400-point deficit. About to be 500-point deficit here in another minute if this cap situation doesn't change. And the Alabama is also running over to the C cap. Alabama is a good AA ship, so he needs to kind of get as close to the Kitakaze as he can to help him out with the AA. And Willy is, well, being a little stealthy boy. Yeah, this ship isn't that fast. It only goes 30-something knots without a speed boost, which he's out of now. And I know something's in that A cap. We know the room was last spotted there, so it's very... Oh! It's the Pobetta! Oh, there's the room too. His RPF just switched. Okay, so he's got the Pobetta, he's got the Rune right in front of him. Rune has torpedoes and is quite maneuverable, so that's going to be a problem. Pobetta is probably humping an island right now, so that's not going to be the most difficult thing in the world to, well, sink. So let's see what happens. So you can tell where the Pobetta is at, because, well, if you can't see the fighter orbiting the mothership, that's where the Pobetta is. His RPF... Hello, Rune. You only have turrets in the front. So you only have one turret in the front. That's a shame. So he has to get his broadside out to get his rear turrets on target. Oh, too soon, Junior. Way too soon. Willy swaps it over to his other type of torpedoes, the faster torpedoes, and this is a dead room, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he got Kraken and he has Yamamoto. Oh, so now he has a heal. He's got a heal that's going to regen 50-something% of his HP. And now he also has what's the reload time on his guns now? He has a 4-second reload time on his guns, and his torpedoes are now down to a 64.3-second reload on the first type, and same on the second type now too. So that is quite fearsome, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't realize he had Yamamoto one. So there's his Kraken. Now the Pobetta. Oh, the Pobetta. That man is slapping S so hard right now, because I bet you he's nosing into this island right here. Or he's shouting at his autopilot right now. Look at all the fighters he's dropping on top of him, like that's going to help him from help stop a surface ship. There are the skip bombers coming out. I'm sure his dive bombers will be following here in a moment. But 7 seconds, Pobetta, that's all you got to kill Willy, and I don't think you're going to have enough time. Here come the bombers, and skippity-doo-dah, you missed skippity-day. Willy's going to sink you now. Spidey's not using the drop bombers, the normal dive bombers. That'd be a lot better. Alright, there goes his torpedoes. He launched his torps, the carrier launches torps, but I don't think it's going to really help. Dodge that. Yes, indeed, Willy. His third devastating strike, a high caliber, and a happy ending to the game as a CV has been sunk. Oh, joy, be still my heart. 3 death strikes, Kraken unleashed, high caliber, 166,000 damage done, 6 ships sunk. That was absolutely beautiful, Willy. 2,300 base XP. Oh, that should be more than that, game. Oh, that was beautiful. They were down by 4. I think at one point they were near 500 points in the gutter. And Willy and his surviving team managed to bring that back from... Look at that. The Kitakaze got 15 planes shot down, while the Alabama only got a mere 14. That is most funny indeed. But yes, fellas, it's never over till it's over. Never give up. Never surrender. You never know what can happen. The Rune might just derp right into you. And the Pobetta might just be chilling there in the cap on a silver platter, waiting for your destroyer to arrive to him. So, Willy, thank you so much for sending that in, my guy. That was a most entertaining game, and again, had a very happy ending there with the CV getting sunk at the end. If you have a replay you'd like to send in and potentially see featured here on the channel. Make sure you send it into the email linked in the description down below. You can also send it in the community Discord. Link to that is also in the description down below. Hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday, wonderful rest of your week. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.